Welcome back to FM Storey. We're rapidly approaching the end of season 13 of this save. We are still in the Coppa Italia. We do have a home second leg of the semi-final coming up against Milan. However, if we're going to make it to the Coppa Italia final, we need to overturn a 4-1 deficit from the first leg. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We are approaching the end of April. We've got the second leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final coming up. We've got a big task to overturn the deficit from the first leg, and we don't come into it in the greatest of form. We ended the last episode with a 2-0 defeat away at Genoa. Since then, we've drawn 1-1 at home against Roma. We've drawn 3-3 away from home against Palermo, where we had to come from 3-0 down to get a 3-3 draw. And then in the most recent game, we've beaten Atalanta 2-1 at home. As far as the league's concerned, we're still probably guaranteed to finish third or fourth. We're too far behind Inter and probably too far ahead of Roma for us to finish anywhere other than that. And then going into this second leg of the semi-final, we're missing Mafreta through suspension. Aaron Gonzalez has picked up an injury in the last couple of days in training, so he's out. They're missing Xavi Simons with Pino and Francisco doubtful. But having lost the first leg 4-1, we've got a mountain to climb in this second leg. This is the side we've gone with for the second leg. We've gone with Shablas at right back, Lodovics and Serefcan in the centre of defence, Owen Beck at left back, Serra in front of the back four, Tonali and Binch in front of him, Kusiasari wide right, Poulsen wide left, and Schlüsselberg through the middle. You can see that at least one of the players that they had that was doubtful going into the game, Jeremy Pino, is playing. They've got a great side and they're clear at the top of the table again, and this is going to be a almost impossible ask to try and come back from that first leg deficit. Right, throw for Shablas, back to Lodovics. Serra, back to Lodovics. Serra, wide to Poulsen, into Binch, out to Beck on the overlap. Cross to the back post. Kusiasari gets a goal. Or does he? It's been given. And that is exactly the start we needed for this game. Binch eventually works it out to Beck. He crosses to the back post. Kusiasari gets up, heads down past Atipolu in goal, and makes it 1-0. It was very, very close to being offside. We got away with one a bit there, I think. Right, Donnarumma with the goal kick goes long. And now Jeremy Pino's attacking on the left-hand side for them. Infield. And we've been carved open there, and luckily it went wide of Donnarumma's post. Right, throw for them. And going back to Atibolu. Down the right side, cross towards the back post, and header straight at Donnarumma. He goes long. Schlüsselberg nods down to Binch, who's bursting through. And he's found the top corner. And we're 2-0 up after 20 minutes. We've reduced the aggregate deficit to 1 already. Just a bit more route 1 there with that one, and it paid off. Right, a corner for them. Pulled short. And the shot takes a bit of a nick, but goes straight in the back of the net. And makes it 5-3 in aggregate. And I think that probably is the final nail in the coffin. Goal kick for them. Atibolu goes short. They've played it out to the right-hand side. And they've got around whatever press there was there. And now Yeremy Pino back to Neves. Back to Atibolu again. And they're just moving us around quite nicely here. And that's definitely the tie over, I think. Back to a 3-goal deficit on aggregate. Right, we've got 45 minutes to try and perform a miracle here. Right, a throw for them down their right, all the way back to Atibolu. And again, far too easily they've opened us up here. Serefcan cuts it out, goes long for Kusiasari, but it's just going to come straight back at us here. Oh! I don't think this is... I mean, we've saved the penalty, but we're still 3 goals down with less than half an hour to play. It may be time for a change of job in the summer, be that for the Coppa Italia or the Europa League, but we've 25 minutes left to go here. Right, we've got 20 minutes to try and get something. We've thrown everyone forward. Shablas with a throw. Adegboyega into the box. Goes down in the box. It looks like we've got a penalty. It's been given. And it's Kusiasari to step up to take it. Fires it into the top corner. There is a glimmer of hope. We're 2 goals down on aggregate with injury time, probably about 15 minutes left to play. Right, corner. Tonali swings it in. It's headed clear as far as Mollis. Serefcan finds Gentile. Serefcan looking to go around the outside. He loses it. And now we're going to get picked off on the break here. That was far too easy. Yeah. Okay. The Coppa Italia dream is dead for another season. And there we go. Full time. 3-3 on the night. We've gone out 7-4 on aggregate. And the Coppa Italia feels as though it's never going to be won by us. We've made it to the final day of the season. We're confirmed to be finishing in 3rd in the table. Since that second leg against Milan, we've been all over the place. We won 1-0 away at Salernitana. We got hammered 4-1 at home by Empoli. We drew 1-1 away with Milan. And then we won 4-0 at home against Udinese. So we've been a bit all over the place. We don't have anything to play for on the final day of the season. We're playing against Monza, who don't have anything to play for on the last day of the season either. So it's all about put in a performance, because who knows where we'll be at the start of next season. Okay, so final day of the season, we have opted for a bit of a tweak, and we're going to try playing three at the back and see if that makes any difference. Really, we should have done this before the last game of the season, but we're going with three at the back and two up top and see if we can show some signs of life ahead of next season. Very little happening early on. It does appear to be a typical last day game with nothing to play for from both teams, but a corner for us. And there's Lodovic at the near post with a header to put us 1-0 up after 17 minutes. It's just swung in at the near post for 1-0. A free kick on the edge of the box. Fabio Moretti stepping up to take it. Lifts it over the wall, hits the post, and they've hammered it upfield away from goal. Right, another free kick for us. Moretti again over it. This time goes short. Schlussenberg into Varga, turns it past the keeper, and we're 2-0 up. And this is a performance we could have done with in the Coppa Italia. In either leg, really. We've dominated the ball. Right, Lodovic cuts out the forward pass there. Binch finds Serefcan. He goes back to Donnarumma. Now Lodovic's wide to Varga. He cuts in field. Moretti onto Gonzalez, wide for Chablas. Into Gonzalez, hits the woodwork. And then shot and header behind for a goal kick. And then we are half time 2-0 up. We've dominated possession, we've dominated the chances. This is probably one of our better halves of football we've played all season. And the fact that it's come on the last day of the season is a bit of an indictment of the way we've played. Chablas with another corner to the back post. Lodovic's got his head on it again. And it bounces off our player in behind for a goal kick. Chablas with a throw. Gonzalez back to Chablas. Moretti to Serra. Looking for Varga. It's been headed clear as far as Lodovic's. Binch gets it again. And now Chablas down the left-hand side. Serefcan into Gonzalez. And we're going to get a VAR check. I think that one's probably offside. And yeah, it's been disallowed. We worked that pretty well. You're just fractionally offside. It's a good take and a good finish. Right, Beck with a corner this time. Kusiasari at the near post, the header. It comes back out to Beck. Putting in on his left side, and he's absolutely smashed that one home to make it 3-0. The ball just goes up in the air. It actually comes back out to Beck. Just drives it into the box and then just hammers it into the far corner. Moretti onto Kusiasari. Serefcan to Mafreta. Moving the ball nicely into Adegboyega. Dinks it over the keeper, hits the post and comes back out. And they've got the ball shot from distance. Donnarumma gets something behind it and shovels it behind for a corner. A late chance for them to get on the score sheet. It's headed away to the back to the corner taker. And drilled in low. Serefcan tidies it up out to Beck. And we've played our way out nicely there. Tonali with a late free kick for us, over the wall but over the bar as well. And unbelievably, I think that is probably our best performance all season. We've come away with a 3-0 victory on the last day of the season. And now thoughts turn to what are we going to do this summer? And there we go, the end of season 13, and for the second successive season, no trophies to add to the trophy cabinet. And now, over the summer, thoughts turn to what we do next. I mean, ideally, we would be looking for a club that's in the Coppa Italia and the Europa League to try and knock them both out in the same season. Unfortunately, I don't think a job's going to come available there. It may just be a case of we stay with Juventus unless a decent job with a serious chance of winning the Europa League pops up. I know, for instance, that in the Premier League, Arsenal qualified for the Europa League. So if that job comes available, that might be one to go to take that, win the Europa League, and then come back to Italy to try and win the Coppa Italia. If nothing like that pops up, then I think we'll be staying with Juventus. So join us in the next episode to find out where we start season 14. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.